Hello there. So today I've still got reds and pinks to use, and I'm going to do another double bottle bottom pour to see what I can make with those pinks, and I am using the silver again rather than the gold. So I've got a single bottom down already along with Reno Art Lamp Black base paint, and I'm just going to pop the other bottom over the top of the first one so that I can start pouring. There we go, that is in place. I think it's properly in place. It feels still a little wobbly, but that could be because I'm not very good at cutting a straight line around the bottom. Right, so I am going to start pouring now, and my colours are as in the previous two pours if you want to check out those videos. So I will start with the darkest colours and do the random pouring over these bottoms until I'm satisfied with the amount of paint that I have on there. Okay, I think that's enough of those paints on there, so I'll just lift this carefully off. There we are, and I will start to pour over this one, but I'm going to turn it slightly, like so, so that the second lot of colours go in a different pattern. Okay, now to remove this one from the centre. Just a dot more of the black in the middle before it completely closes up. There we go. Because the next move, of course, I'm going to make is to use my spatula to make patterns in this, and then I'm going to use a piece of table napkin, damp table napkin, to do a reverse dip. I'm just a little bit disappointed that I've gone over the edges again, but my own fault. I poured too much paint the first time around, but hopefully it won't make any difference when I do the reverse dip, because so far it's just the silver edges that have gone over. So I'm going to now do my embellishments with my spatula before I put the table napkin over it. torch very quickly, as I still have a lot of air bubbles in there. But I know when I put the table napkin on, of course, it's going to generate a lot more of the bubbles. So I'll get my gloves on now and my table napkin, and I will do the reverse dip. Okay, ready to go. As evenly as I can across the picture. Oh, very pleased with that. That went down quite smoothly. Sometimes it can be very challenging to get these pieces of table napkin to go down. Just get my roller and roll out some of these air bubbles. Don't want to press too hard, of course, very gently. And some of them I do have to push down with my fingers. The roller doesn't take care of them. That's looking really pretty already. I had what I called candy floss pink for my colour. That was my palest colour, that one there. But it was running a bit low, so before I started doing this video, I added a little neon pink to it, and so it is slightly brighter than what I used in my previous two videos. But I thought that was quite appropriate considering this was a reverse dip. And it's pretty much then. Time now for me to lift this piece of paper napkin off. And of course it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what happens here, because I've also used black paint as my base on a white canvas, so I want to see how much of the black paint actually gets lifted by the table napkin. And to be honest, so far it's all staying there. And it's starting to look just beautiful. I'm really hoping the colours stay like this, because I'm just going to have to drop it for a moment to get my piece of plastic to put that onto. I normally have this ready to go. Right, now scrunch it up as best I can. Don't want to wiggle it around too much. Very easy to wiggle it when you're lifting it. And gently up and under. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Oh, the results of that are just so much better than I expected. That's really, really pretty. I can't even really give it a centre as such, because what should be the centre is down there. But I'm not worried. I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to give it a specific centre by popping a colour on and popping my finger in, because I really just want to leave it as it is. Oh, that's beautiful. I must say I get slightly addicted to this particular technique. Doing the reverse dip with a table napkin is, so far for me, one of the easiest techniques that I have used. I've been probably quite lucky with the results, and in this case even luckier, because although the colours were heading over the side, they didn't go right over. Oh, that is beautiful. But more importantly, the base colour around the edges has stayed on. And that's the biggest surprise of all, because when I've done it with a white base, I quite often have to add more white colour to the canvas around the edges, because the table napkin manages to lift quite a bit of it off. And that doesn't matter whether I use white house paint or if I'm using the titanium white, out of the tube. Okay, well, I'm leaving that exactly as it is. That is finished now. Sorry, I'll get really excited about this because I'm so happy with that. It's just Beautiful, from where I can see it, of course. I might see if I can just lift it slightly for you people who are watching this video to have a look at. I'll get these out. I stuck these sticks in as soon as I realised that I was losing my picture over that side. There's a lot of paint on here, so I could still lose some over the side. But I'm going to see if I can just bring that up slightly into the light for the camera to see. I'm not sure how well that's looking, of course, because the camera is well up above me. But that really is so pretty. All the colours just have come out beautifully. So I'll pop that back down. I'll bring the camera down in a minute so I can get some close-ups. Once again, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.